Alright, Barakatha, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of GMS, salutations to all of the sincere Akim worldwide. The purpose of this sit down is to re-emphasize the fact that Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai is due to make his appearance on the planet Earth real soon. Yeah? There's all sorts of phenomenons in the weather going on. And recently, just today in the UK, you had a storm, man. Gusts of wind that were traveling at 80 miles per hour plus that hit and plagued the UK, man. You know, London got hit up as well a little bit, but you know, the elites, you know, they have their investments in London. They do their best to protect the city. They made sure everything run as normal, but on the coast, man, England as a whole was getting it. This little island was getting battered by the winds, the oceans, whatever the hell have you. And really and truly, that was all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Because I'm going to get into it in the scriptures in a minute, but the Most High said he would send plagues upon the earth. And look at that, man. 80 mile per hour gust winds, man, knocking down trucks and trailers. It says here, an article from the Telegraph, UK weather, tens of thousands without power after 80 mile per hour gusts batter Britain. You best believe that when that time of Jacob's trouble comes, when it's really the end of the end and shit really does hit the fan, it's not just going to be 80 mile per hour gusts, and it's not going to be a few people along the coast of England without power, man. You're talking entire cities blacked out, yeah? Thieving, robbery, murder, burning, you know, fire everywhere. You're talking a lot of death. And that shit is coming to Babylon real soon. Anyway, it says here, tens of thousands of people are without power after severe gales of more than 80 miles per hour battered Britain, bringing fresh travel disruption on the roads and toppling trees onto railway lines. Drivers were warned to only travel if necessary, with delays on roads and trains. In Scotland, police urged motorists to drive with extreme cautions amid wintry conditions. You can see some of the shit that happened here. You see trees just falling over, getting knocked down onto the road. People are going all sorts of crazy because they think, you know, this is a phenomenon. They think this is abnormal, the fact that has happened. It says, this bit of the article here says, meanwhile, a Met Office amber weather warning of snow and ice for Scotland ended at 5 a.m. and police downgraded their advance to high risk. They said there is a high likelihood of disruption and delays on the road. Yeah, you can see here from the weather patterns, man, that's clearly a hurricane. Now, Esau, being the devil that he is, will just try and attribute that to Mother Nature, as he likes to call it. He's just gonna say it's one of those freak accidents that happens where, you know, on occasions the weather can just, you know, get out of hand. But really and truly, man, we know that that's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's judgment, man, coming down on a light scale just for now. But you best believe that it's gonna get real heavy for Esau, man, in these next coming days and these last times that we live in. Yeah, you know, that's one of the numerous articles. The Independent, like I just read, covered it. I mean, so like the Telegraph covered it. Like I just read, the Independent also had an article on it, and also the Sun. You could see from the pictures that were just up there recently, you know, it wasn't a joke, man. A real trail of destruction. Now, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai warned about this, man. He told us, man, that these things were gonna come. You see, and you got to have that spiritual eye to know that before the Most High returns, a lot of hell has to be caught on this planet Earth, man. People have to die. So-called natural disasters, which are really orchestrated and sent by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, pursuant to Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter and 39th verse onwards, have to happen, man. Now, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man, is bringing the gauntlet down in this kingdom. And personally, I just can't wait, man. I'm tired of this fucking place. I'm tired of these people. These people need death. They need judgment. They need it quick. Yeah? I'm going to read Isaiah chapter 19. I'm going to start from verse 22. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai shall smite Egypt. Now, you already know the Most High already smote ancient Egypt. So what does it mean here by smite Egypt? The word Egypt comes from the Greek word Egyptos, meaning bondage. Yeah. Now, if you know anything about the history of Egypt, the whole 12 tribes of Israel, from Judah all the way down to Issachar, were down there, man, catching hell. You know anything about modern day America? They venerate the philosophies of ancient Egypt. You go down to Washington, D.C., the monument of the city is an obelisk, an Egyptian phallic symbol. You look on the back of the dollar bill, they've got pyramids on the back of the bill. They practice a lot of the philosophies of ancient Egypt, and even the geography is, to a certain degree, is similar. Now, at the end of the day, the word Egypt means bondage, and in the same way that the whole 12 tribes of Israel were in bondage in Egypt, in America you've got Jake, and you've got Jake from all sorts of tribes, man. All of the 12 tribes catching hell. Yeah, America is the one place where all of the tribes together are suffering, man, on this planet Earth, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28, when he said he will send us to Egypt again with ships. Hey, man. We were taken back into bondage with ships, man, and we've been there ever since as a nation predominantly, although Drake is scattered everywhere. Hey, man, the Most High said he's going to bring plagues on Egypt, this being New Egypt. Yeah, it says he shall smite it and heal it, and they shall return and they shall return even to the Lord Jehovah Shem Yahushua, talking about Israel, and he shall be entreated of them and shall heal them. Them that is talking about there is the nation of Israel. You can read throughout the scriptures, read Isaiah 45, the 17th chapter verse on down. It tells you Israel, a world without end, man. The Most High said he was going to smite Egypt and he was going to heal Israel, man. And that's what we're waiting upon, because right now we're spiritually sick, man. Hey, we're all modern day lots in the society vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Every other day there's just fuckery going on in the society, and we just hope for the Lord, man. But you must believe that your Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, has not forgotten his servants, man. He's going to come and redeem us. But before that redemption time, before that redemption song, as Bob Marley was a song, yeah, hell has to be caught on the planet Earth, and brothers have to be tried, man. What does the scripture say in Sirach, the 2nd chapter? If you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, and be patient when thou art brought to a lower state. The scripture also says that the elect shall scarcely be saved. So, I mean, some brothers might have to go through it. Some brothers might have to go through that homeless treatment. Some brothers might have to, get hemmed up and just have to deal with it. Some brothers, are gonna, not taste of death like Yahweh Shai said. But at the end of the day, you don't know what your lot is. You just gotta hope that you're able to maintain to the end. But Yahweh Shai, man, is showing men in the truth that, every other day there's a storm. Every other day there's an earthquake. I did a search on earthquakes in 2017, and it showed me that every day there were at least 2, 3 somewhere in the world. The earth is sick, man, because the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, They've transgressed the laws, man, changed the ordinances like the scripture says. And then because of that, Yahweh is punishing them. He's sending down these storms, these earthquakes, and they just think it's a coincidence, man, these modern day Edomites. But of course, the elites know that's because they're trying to mess with the Lord, man, and he ain't having it. This is Luke chapter 21. I'm going to start from about verse, let's start from verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Hey, man, what do you see with that storm, man? The pictures I just showed you, the sea and the waves roaring. Hey, there's flooding in a lot of the country right now. There's a lot of snow right now because of the fact that the cold wind is blowing. You've got a lot of snow being brought in because the cold wind is blowing it from other countries that are already experiencing snow, and also because a lot of these coastal cities are near the waterfront, man. A lot of heavy snow. That the waters are being turned by the storm. These ships ain't safe out there. It's not safe to live on the coast of England and certain parts of the country right now because the weather's real dangerous, man. And who's that through? It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It said earlier in the verse that the sun and the moon would be signs, man. There's been a lot of different phenomena that happen with the sun and the moon recently. Hey, there was one article recently. It showed the sun, I believe. The sun. It wasn't the moon. It was the sun turning red. It might have been the moon. I don't want to go off Salakia, but I mean, I'll look it up. I'll look it up and hopefully correct that. But yeah, it was either the sun or the moon, but it literally turned red. Yeah, and they were saying that it was a phenomenon that never happens frequently. It's every 100 and something years. Hey, that's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, showing his power and showing through the ordinances of the sky, like he made them to be in Genesis 1, a sign. He's showing signs through the ordinances, man, that he's due to come, that the time of judgment is soon to happen. Soon after you had that, what? You now had so many numerous storms and earthquakes, man. The beginning of the year, man, I believe one of the older brothers in the camp will refer to it as a super moon. Hey, man, let me see if I can even get that. 1 second. Super moon. Hey, man. You get me? Yeah, that's it. 1 second. Let me see if I can. I think I just got it. Yeah, so we had a wolf moon, yeah, on January the 1st. A wolf moon. Hey, and that's spiritual. That's the sign of Benjamin, man. And what does a wolf do with ravens and cries out, man? We had a wolf moon to start the year. And then look at that. We're in January the 19th, yeah, and you're already having storms and earthquakes. On New Year's Eve, about 4 youths were stabbed to death, with one in and then the 5th one in critical condition in the hospital. We started with a wolf moon. It's not a joke, man. Everything is spiritual. Trust me. That's one thing I've learned in life, and one thing the truth has definitely brought forth to me. Everything is spiritual. Hey, man, it's no coincidence we started with a wolf moon, you know, as the article I just looked up, and you can Google it, man. You know, look up, do your research. But hey, man, it's not a coincidence. Isaiah chapter 29. I'm gonna start from let's start from verse 6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh Hashem of hosts, with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." Hey, man, what did it just say there? You'll be visited by the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest. Yeah, is that not what we're experiencing now in the UK? Storm and tempest. Who ordained that? Yahweh Hashem. And right now it might just be, you know, affecting your transport, knocking down trees, preventing your food stores, trucks from coming in. As you can see there, the water's being turned. But hey, you best believe that soon enough, yeah, there ain't gonna be no chance for food to come in, because at the end of the day, there's gonna be martial law, and it's also gonna be fucked up weather, man, destroying pathways, destroying cars. It's not gonna be easy out here, man. It's not gonna be easy out here at all. Yahweh already warned us, man, and he said, hey, let not your flight be in winter. Because in all seriousness, people are going to catch holy hell out here, man. Holy fucking hell. Yeah? The Most High said he was going to bring this upon the earth, man. Yeah? And it's not a joke. It really isn't. 1 second.